Travel along, Catholic pilgrims, as we read letters from the voyages of St. Frances Cabrini as she traveled around the Western Hemisphere sharing the good news of Christ. Welcome, Catholic pilgrims. Today we are with Mother Cabrini at the port of Piata in Peru. She is going to describe it as looking very desolate, and it seems not much has changed. If you go look on Google Maps, it is a brown, dry desert. There is not much color. The word Piata is not a Spanish word, at least not that I could find, so I don't know exactly what it means, but there is a port of Piata there in Peru if you look, so maybe it's just a name. But let's hear about Mother Cabrini's time now in Peru by turning to page 153. October 17th. Yesterday we left Ecuador and entered the waters of Peru, and at 7 a.m. we arrived at the port of Piata. It looks like a city of desolation, and at first sight it saddens one's heart. No trees, no grass, no fountain are visible. Surrounded by low and dry mountains, it is a real desert. Yet it is one of the most healthy ports, and large numbers, even from Ecuador, come here to enjoy its curative advantages. In fact, the air one breathes here is pure, light, and balsamic, and really restores one. The sea is tranquil, and they tell us it never gets rough at this point. It has such a beautiful blue soft color that one would think it a fallen portion of the sky. But to us it appeared even more beautiful and singular, for as we looked around to see if we could find a steeple to which we could turn our thoughts to Jesus in the blessed sacrament of the altar, a flock of white birds suddenly whirled around us, making a strange noise, at which Mother Chiara broke silence, saying, "What can this mean?" "Oh," I replied playfully, "they are inviting us to their country, as they did 3 years ago at Panama, and we will go there when we can." While we were talking and amusing ourselves with these peculiar birds, a priest came on board, and approaching me, after a few salutations, asked me what was the object of our voyage. Having told him, he said he should remain here and open a mission. In the meantime, he said he would see to our going ashore immediately. I had a difficult time in endeavoring to persuade him that it was impossible for me to stop here, at which he seemed very much disappointed. However, determined not to be outdone, he shortly afterward appeared with the governor and mayor, who promised me all sorts of things, salary, etc. At first I thought that, as there was a great deal of business being carried on board, that these people wanted to trade with us, but I soon discovered that their intentions were very good, and that they only desired to get a religious education for the youth of their country. Of course, I could not gratify their wishes, and they finally took my address and I theirs, with the hope of satisfying their wishes at a later date. Meanwhile, 2 beautiful days have passed away without our being able to receive our Divine Lord or hear Holy Mass, the feast of St. Teresa and of Blessed Margaret Mary. Had we been without the consolation of prayer, this long voyage would have been insupportable. What a gift prayer is! It is the real treasure of our soul, our being able to give to God the worship of perfect adoration. Prayer is the channel through which the most precious waters of grace continually and copiously flow from the heart of God. Precious waters, daughters, these are, for while they sanctify us, they render happy our holy church, of which we should daily try to become more worthy. Prayer is always useful, because it can penetrate everywhere, and where there is misery and poverty, there it enters to enrich, to give life, grace, comfort, and salvation. Its zeal is like that of God's angel. Its activity is greater than the most ardent fire. Its velocity is like the thought of the cherubim. Oh, the spirit of prayer knows no obstacles, admits of no delay, despises dangers. Its end is the glory of God, the prosperity of Christ's interests, the extension of his kingdom, our own sanctification, and that of our neighbor. Oh, what happiness, daughters! I go accompanied by the powerful and wonderful means of prayer. I am, then, most happy in the midst of the foaming waves of the sea. And you, dear daughters, pray. Pray always, and incessantly practice the spirit of prayer, which must form your happiness. Thank you for joining me today, Catholic pilgrims. Tomorrow, Mother Cabrini and the steamer will be further down the coast of Peru at Port Atene. We'll hear about that, but until then, live the faith boldly and travel well.